In part 3 of this 10-part series on the eco-transformation of our home, we're going to talk about wicking beds, how to build them, and how we use them in our greenhouse and yard.
One of the problems with swales is that if you harvest rainwater in a swale too close to your basement, what the swale is actually doing is infiltrating water into the ground table. And so you can imagine with a lot of these homes in North America that have these basements, a lot of these basements have sump pumps. And so we have to be really careful about recharging the groundwater too close to the house, because you can end up creating a liability for yourself by harvesting this rainwater. So when clients come to me or students come to me and they say, well, I really want to have all the benefits of a swale, but I don't want to have the liability because I want to get my garden nice and close to my house. One of the ways that we can deal with that is a wicking bed. So on my website, we've created this blog called From the Bottom Up, a Do-It-Yourself Guide to Wicking Beds. And wicking beds are a pretty simple technology that you can build in a whole number of ways, and I've detailed it out in this Do-It-Yourself guide on our website, that allow you to harvest water inside of a tank. So the actual garden bed itself has a reservoir at the bottom of the garden, and it slowly wicks water up into the soil. So you get the same effect as a swale without having a swale itself, which allows you to put garden beds really close to the house. And so because we had so many requests for these wicking beds, we ended up building a whole bunch of them on our property. So we have two main varieties now. We used to have three. We took one out. And basically they're raised bed gardens with a liner inside of the garden bed itself, a 12-inch layer of gravel on the bottom, an overflow at the interface of gravel and soil, which you can see in the photo there, and then about 12 to 16 inches of soil on the top. So it allows us to fill the bottom of the garden bed up with water. The gravel wicks the water up into the soil, and then the plants grow on the top. Now, the main disadvantage of these wicking beds is that they're disconnected from the subsoil, and because they're disconnected from the subsoil, it means that the plants can't get access to all the minerals within those subsoils, so you have to constantly remineralize these beds. So at the front of our property, we have two wicking beds kind of as you enter into the property. And then within our greenhouse, we have 4 wicking beds built out of ICU totes that are cut in half.